So this is how I got the tone for Nothing Lost by My Ticket Home. So when I first heard this song, the thing that immediately stood out to me was like how messed up it is, like how broken and distorted the tone is. And it kind of reminds me of the tone for Knocked Loose, the Hell tone, where it's kind of like this broken speaker effect. Now, I'm not exactly sure how My Ticket Home actually got this tone. It kind of sounds to me like there could be an octave effect in there, and maybe it was just my guitar, but when I was messing around with an octave, I just couldn't get the right tone, and maybe it's just because I wasn't using the right devices on the Quad Cortex, but this is how I kind of got close to the sound. I've got 3 scenes in here, but in the video you just saw, I only used 2, so I used Main and then Filthy when I wanted to kind of kick things up a little bit. So Main is interesting because it's just a metalcore tone. It's just a Tube Screamer-esque 808. Level slightly pushed at 7, no overdrive. I do have a noise gate here. I'm using the adaptive noise gate. Moderate noise reduction. It's a pretty noisy tone. I'm using the Brit 2203, so the Marshall JCM 800. Usually I would use an EVH 5150, but I just found the British tone kind of gets you that kind of sound of this song a little bit better. I'm not actually sure what amps they're using again, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of gain on there, quite a bit of master, bass slightly pushed, mids pushed up, treble I left as is, and the presence I pushed up as well. So the presence I messed around with because previously in a different kind of variation of this, I had it pulled down, but I found the presence just need to be pushed up to get that tone. And then inside the cabinet here, I did make some tweaks to the position on this speaker here, as well as the distance, and similarly the distance and the position, just to kind of get us that kind of boomy, bassy, broken type sound that this song has. And I'm just using the 57 and the 160. You could have just left the positions as is and probably got close. And then there's a parametric 3 in here. So I did a low shelf at 120 of 2.5 dB boost on there. Just kind of give us that low end sort of push. I did a peak cut here of -3 at 3900. You can probably play with this depending on your guitar. And then finally, I did a high shelf cut of -1.5 at 9500, just to kind of clean things up. And there is a tape delay here, but I'm going to delete that because that didn't end up being used in the tone. And that's really kind of all I did for this sound. There's no octave effect in there. I'm pretty certain they might be using something, but I found the tone that I got actually got kind of, because I guess the tuning down kind of gave me an octave effect anyway. So I kind of just decided to leave it. But if you want something that kind of gets you a little bit closer to the sound, you probably maybe want to consider getting an octave in there. I'm not actually sure if they used one. Wasn't really any information about their equipment, but yeah, that's kind of the way I approached it. Hopefully enjoy the tone. Thank you.